Hi everyone, I'm Brimstone. Welcome to the review of Mechanize, the 7th studio record by the band Fear Factory. Today we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the record, since I had to go back and see if it still holds up or not. For some unknown reason, this record was released 4 days earlier in Germany. I have no idea why, but for the rest of the world it was the 9th February. So today I've already reviewed some of Fear Factory's albums, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. I've been listening to them since I was like 4 or 3 years old. My first record from them was The Manufacturer and Remanufacture. I would listen to them all the time on my, cassette tape player, I had cassette tapes of The Manufacturer, I think from my sister or maybe my brother, I am not sure. But I'd listen to those records all the time. Also Obsolete. Then the Digimortal record was released in 2001 and I did enjoy it. I would watch the music video for Linchpin on the TV all the time. Yeah, so I've been listening to this band for almost all of my life. Then Dino, one of the founding members, left the band. Like the band broke up in 2002 because him and the vocalist beat each other up, something like that. And a year later in 2003 the band came back, but without Dino. Instead, the bassist Christian became the guitarist as well, and he wrote all of the music with the founding member, the drummer Raymond, and the vocalist Burton also came back. Archetype came out in 2004. I did a review of that record 2 months ago, so go check that out. I love Archetype, it's my favorite Fear Factory album. And then in 2005 they've released Transgression, which wasn't received well. I actually do enjoy it. I will also review it this year when its anniversary is going to come up later, months later. And well, in 2010, I was there, Gandalf. I was there 5,000 years ago when Mechanize was released. So, to put it shortly, Mechanize is like the band coming back. They've announced in 2009 that Dino and Burton became friends again, but they did not reconcile with the other classic members, so Raymond the drummer and Christian the bassist. So instead we have other band members. We have Byron Stroud on the bass, who was in the band since 2004, I think. He did not play on the Archetype record, but he did tour, he did live performance of that one, and I think he did play on Transgression, I am not sure. And we have a new drummer, Gene Hoglan, a legendary drummer. He played in Death, for example, Testament, Hell Yeah. This is the last record to include Byron and Gene. Gene was dismissed from the band in 2011 or 2012 in the worst way possible. So basically Fear Factory recorded the next record, The Industrialist, and they did not even tell Gene about it. And they've replaced him with a drum machine, which was at the time very, very controversial move. Especially since Gene is such a legend, he sounds great. He's the only guy I think of that could have replaced Raymond, and they've treated Gene like shit, so I feel that wasn't very nice. And he should get some formal apology, public apology from the band members for treating him this way. That's just my opinion. You can share your thoughts in the comment section. So yeah, we've got 10 songs on Mechanize and also 3 bonus tracks. Those are re-recordings from songs, from the Concrete and sort of the New Machine era. Sangre de Niños is from Concrete, I think, and those 2 were on the first album. The production is tight, it was handled by the band themselves and Rhys Fulber. He's a frequent collaborator with the band. He's been doing keyboard and electronic elements since The Manufacturer, I think, or even before that. He's on every album basically. He's always here to provide some cool vibes and atmosphere. And the production is just beautiful. It's heavy, it's mechanical, it has punch to it. You can hear every instrument without any problems, guitars, bass, drums, vocals, electronic elements, it's all here. It's one of the better sounding Fear Factory albums, certainly better than the previous record, and way more better than The Industrialist. Message is diverse. The songs are mostly about machines, what did you expect? Machines, war, famine, anti-religion, society, stuff like that. Structure of the songs is between basic and advanced. Usually we got an intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Sometimes it's slightly different, like the most advanced song structure-wise is Fear Campaign, because it has more changes in the middle. It also has a guitar solo, something that was very fresh and new for Fear Factory, because it was like the first time you've heard Dino play a guitar solo in this band, because he already did that in Divine Heresy. Now let's talk about the genre of this record. So this is basically an industrial death metal album with some groove metal and very slight nu metal sensibilities. That's how I've always, imagined Fear Factory to sound like. Industrial metal, some death metal, some blast beats, some heavier sections, some groovy parts, some eerie nu metalish melodies here and there, not on every song. And that's how they sound here. So it's that classic sound, very reminiscent of their first records. Now let's talk about the performance on this record. Let's start with the drummer. Gene is a machine. I love his double bass work. His legs are fantastic. The grooves, the style, the precision of his playing. He's so fast, so heavy, straight to the point. He comes up with very fun sounding drum parts, like machine guns. Yeah. He was a perfect choice to replace Raymond, and it's very sad how he was treated by the other band members here, and that this is his only performance with the band, because he was giving us his best, and you can clearly feel that on this record. Next, let's talk about the bass. I am not even sure if Byron plays on the album or just Dino, because you can hear bass in some parts, We have some moments on the record where only the bassist and the drummer are playing together, like on the title song, or I think Controlled Demolition. I might be wrong. Yeah, there are like 3 songs here that have those cool bass lines. The bass normally just goes with the same melodies as the guitarist, so nothing special, but it's nice that you can actually hear it and that it's here. Now let's focus on the guitar work. The guitar work is splendid. It sounds like classic Dino stuff, very fast guitarist, like machine guns firing. We have some cool guitar solos here, which are a breath of fresh air. I do enjoy the grooves, the style, how he plays here. You can truly feel that he was like revitalized, like he had life in him for this album when it comes to his guitar work. Now let's talk about all of the electronic elements. They do fit the music, they sound like classic Fear Factory. Riz knows what he's doing, and you can feel that without any problems. Last but not least, let's talk about the vocal performance by Burton. I love his screaming, shouting, yelling, growling. Especially growling. He sometimes growls so low, like on the first records, he brought that stuff back here. It's flawless. And the singing is actually phenomenal. This is the last time where, at least to me, Burton sounded great on a Fear Factory record, because on the next albums, The Industrialist, Genesis, and Monolith, or what was the Monolith's name, because Monolith was the first title. Aggressorum Continuum, some shit like that. That title of the record annoys the fuck out of me. Just call it Monolith. So yeah, Monolith, Genesis, and The Industrialist, they sound awful vocal-wise, because he has some auto-tune and some effects on it, and it does not sound real. It always puts me out of the record, and it annoys the hell out of me. So yeah, Mechanize, vocally-wise, this was like a perfect vocal performance. Let's rate individual tracks. The album opens up with Mechanize, and I love this song, like the long build up in the intro, faceless in the machine, and then the doom doom doom, the blast with doom doom, the cool section starts, and then we have the verses, slave to the industry, doom 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 doom, faceless in the machine. You cannot realize now, you don't know that stuff, you from the right side, you cannot fall. I've built it to break it. I've met it to break it down. I love that part. And then the chorus happens. Mechanize, dum 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 dum. Mechanize, dum 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 dum. Mechanize. We've become mechanics. I just love that part. Like, you can feel the energy, the intensity in the song. Like, every single section slaps, even the bridge. It also has that slow part, you know, where only the basses and the drummer are playing. Dum 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 dum. Love every single second of this song. It's a classic track. Should have had a music video, that's for sure. 11 out of 10. Industrial discipline. This one brings back some of that the manufacturer vibe to it. Doom 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 doom. Resist no resistance. I don't remember the correct lyrics, so sorry for that, but I just love that. And then the chorus happens with beautiful singing. Only a machine prevails and remains, beaten down to submission, lost on the remnant. Great stuff. I love the bridge section. Beaten down. That's my favorite part of the song, but the chorus and the verses, just everything slaps. Yet again, this is a legendary song, should have had a music video. It brings back everything you love about this band. 11 out of 10. Fear Campaign. So this is the first single with a music video. It came out before the record. I remember checking it out on YouTube on the release date. I was so, pumped up to hear more new Fear Factory music. And this song did not disappoint. The music video is crazy. The song is heavy. The intro alone with the blast beats and the scream. It has that very evil atmosphere to it, and then the verses come. Murder, disaster, something like that, and then fear is control, suffering, it's now, and then the chorus happens, fear of loss and failure. Fear the hate of your enemies. Savior, failure. Love that stuff. Like, the chorus is so much fun. What do you fear? Power loss. Fear campaign. And my favorite part: mind killing, restricting. Fear is the enemy on my path. Like, it sounds fantastic. Then the guitar solo happens, and we go back to the chorus and the outro. What do you fear? Fear is your God. I love every single thing about this song. I think that this is the best track on the record, still to this day. It's so much fun to listen to. I did a Doom MIDI cover of it, so check out my channel, it's still here. I love Fear Campaign. I would vote for them. 11 out of 10. Power Shifter. So this is another single with a music video. I love the intro to this song because it's so easy to play on the guitar. Like, it's like the second or third string, like I love that, like 2-2-3-2, 2-2-3-2. I love that part so much. It's simple but effective, and then like he plays on the 4th fret, like do-do-do-do-doom, do-do-do-do-doom, do-do-do. Fear of my ancestor, great abuse of your power, disgrace me. You want war, you've got war, more than you bargained for. And then the melody comes back. I love the song. It's so heavy. It's ridiculous. Like, so angry. And the chorus. Always question authority. Control by your destiny. It has that like 98-2001 vibe to Fear Factory's music. Like, at least the chorus to me. So it sounds great. Another fantastic song. Probably my second favorite here. I just love listening to it. Perfect track. 11 out of 10. Christploitation is another song where Burton criticizes religion and I love the long intro with the keyboard, but it kinda annoys me that the entire intro is like straight taken and reused in the title song for the next record, The Industrialist. Like, why would you rip off your own song like on the next record? You thought no one would like notice? Everyone noticed, so yeah, that's annoying, but Crysploitation is the original song and it sounds majestic. I love every single thing about it. Your words anymore. You've got no meaning. Faith is your first scar. Your God is just a lie. He just screams lie all the time. The verses slap. The chorus fantastic. The bridge in the middle, I don't know, what God is, I know what it's not. I love the guitar melodies there. The anger in Burton's voice, like he carries this song, but the music itself is also fantastic. So yeah, another marvelous song. This is the last track on this record where I feel like they've been on top of their game, you know, those first 5 songs delivered, like it was such a journey listening to this one for the first time. I think I had tears in my eyes because of that. So yeah, Crysploitation, fantastic track, 11 out of 10. Oxidizer, this one is not as good as the previous songs, but yet again, amazing guitar work. Yet again, easy to play on the guitar if you can tremolo pick. It's fun, I like playing it. The vocals slap. This is the song that also has some parts where only the bassist and the drummer are playing together. I love it. The chorus, it's great, but everything else is better, I think. So yeah, this one is just perfect. 10 out of 10. Controlled Demolition. This song is yet again against religion. It's about 9/11. I love how old school the guitar riffs sound here. Like, this is the only song on the standard edition that I feel like has slightly the soul of the first record, Soul of a New Machine. It has that vibe to it in some parts. Yet again, beautiful chorus with the singing, I think. The bridge slaps, like it's so heavy. The guitar riffs especially, and the drumming. I always forget to talk about the drums because they're just flawless throughout the entire album, so I have nothing to criticize. This is a perfect song, 10 out of 10. Designing the Enemy. Oh, that you are. I love the singing on this song. The singing is the highlight of this track, that's for sure. The verses go hard, the chorus beautiful, the bridge yet again the heaviest part of the song. Yeah, I do enjoy this song, slightly better than the previous 2 tracks, but it's still not on the same level as the first 5 songs. So 10 out of 10. Metallic Division, I don't know why this exists because it's just a short intro with just groovy chugging, like some gent stuff. That's basically it. I don't mind it, you know, sometimes I will skip it, sometimes I won't. It's just decent. 6 out of 10. And the final song, Final Exit. This one, when I first heard it, I was like very skeptical and I did not enjoy it. Nowadays I do enjoy it more, but it still has some problems. Like for example, I do enjoy the intro. It's kinda too long, but I get it. Then we get some cool verses. The chorus with goodbye. Yeah, that goodbye chorus slaps. The verses also great. But the outro is like 5 minutes long and it has some like electronic in the background. And I'm like, this is too long. Like, I get it, that's the tradition of Fear Factory to end the record on such a song, but on the other hand they did break this tradition like on Digimortal and like Obsolete, because Obsolete did not have a very long song. Transgression and Soul of a New Machine also did not have it, so I don't know. I feel like the idea to place a very long song on Mechanize and Archetype is just because the manufacturer had a Therapy of Pain, which was like longer and had that, you know, electronic outro, so they want to recapture that spirit. But I feel like Ascension on Archetype was like meaningless, I don't like it. And here I also think that the outro here, the last 4 minutes or 5, I would just cut them out, like why drag it so long? It annoys the hell out of me. It's the only thing I don't enjoy about this song, and that's why I'm going to give it just 7 out of 10. But I do feel like Final Exit is a perfect closer to the record, and it should have been the last song by Fear Factory. Like, they should have broken up after this album. That's how I feel about it. Now, let's talk about the bonus tracks featured on the Japanese edition and the deluxe edition from last year. Mortar is a re-recording of the opening track from the debut record. As you may remember, I gave 7 out of 10 to Mortar on the original album because, yeah, I did not enjoy the repetition that much. Here I feel like because the production is better and the vocals have more grit and more variety to them, that this song sounds better. It's a great song, nothing special, but I do enjoy it. I got to get away. I got to get away. 8 out of 10. Crash Test, one of my favorite songs on Soviet New Machine, so of course I love the re-recording as well. This is a track about animal cruelty, testing on animals, playing with their lives, only for a price. Crash Test, so wrong. Yeah, I love it so much, every single section of this song. This is a classic track, and I prefer this re-recording, that's for sure, 10 out of 10. And the final song, which remained unreleased for some time, the re-recording, because the original song was already on Concrete, I feel, and on some compilation. Anyway, Sangre de Niños, so Blood of the Saints. This is a song about pedophilia in Catholic Church, at least that's what I think about when I hear the vocals, the lyrics. It's heavy, it's straight to the point, it has grindcore vibes to it when it comes to guitar riffs. I love it, it's so fast, gritty, angry, passionate. This re-recording, I feel like, finally gives the song that brutality and clarity to it, because the original recording was so low quality based that you couldn't even hear some parts. So yeah, I do enjoy this re-recording a lot. It's not a perfect song, but yeah, I do dig it a lot. Check it out. 9 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting. Groupability, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I love this record. While it's not perfect, if it were up to me, maybe I would cut out Metallic Division and shorten Final Exit by 4 minutes. Then I would be happy, just with 9 songs. Or maybe just put Sangre de Niños on the track list instead of Metallic Division. So yeah, the highlights here, the first 5 songs, so Mechanize, Industrial Discipline, Fear Campaign, Power Shifter, Co-Exploitation. Also Designing the Enemy, that's for sure, and Oxidizer. Those are like my favorite, the songs I need to listen every time I hear any song from this record. I love this one. While it does not have that much variety to it, the songs are very similar to each other, it still works so well, The flow of the first 8 songs is impeccable. You don't want to skip anything. The songs are very interesting. Some do surprise you, because of the guitar solos and the changes. This is the definitive sounding record by Fear Factory. The last one that I do enjoy and that I feel was on the same level as the previous ones, so should have broken up after Mechanize, because I don't enjoy what they've been doing for the last 13 years, not at all. Yeah, so this is the last album I hold close and dear to my heart. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, celebrate the anniversary by spinning this record today, it deserves your love and attention. Write down in the comments what do you think about Mechanize. Do you love it as much as me? Maybe you hate it. Did you enjoy the re-recordings, or do you think that the original versions of Crash Test and Martyr are better? I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, you can become my Patreon or YouTube member so I can make more videos like this one. That would be great. Shout out to all my current patrons who are graciously sponsoring these videos so I can make them for you. Hell yeah. That's all. See you next time. Bye.